Hey gang, say I just literally almost saw a rear-end collision, and it reminded me that I need to talk to you real quickly about three important things. Two important safety things to do in the wintertime to prevent injuries just in case you're in an auto accident. Let me pull over here first of all. So first is if you are a little bit shorter in stature or you're someone who sits really close to the steering wheel, I want you to try to back up. Now sometimes it's a necessity if you need to sit close because you're a little bit shorter in stature, because of your arms reaching the steering wheel and your legs reaching the foot pedals. But even then, get back as far as you can. Through the year-long safety training I did, through the whiplash and spine traumatology program, as well as the UC Berkeley stuff, there was some research that shows that this airbag comes out at about 200 miles an hour. Now the airbag should deploy and then we should hit it. Kind of like a stunt person jumping off a building into that big cushion, and it's inflatable and it goes down as they hit it. The airbag's the same way. It should deploy and then we should hit it, and then it should sag down to protect us. If you're too close, what happens is the airbag goes up and it hits us, and what they showed, it's about 200 miles an hour, or what that is the equivalent of Mike Tyson's best punch, which is crazy. So get away from that. Two, is this headrest? It's not a headrest, it's a head restraint. Most people have this way too low. It hits them right above the ear. Now the problem with that is if you're rear-ended, as the seat hits you in the back, your head will pop up, and then your neck will go right over the back of this headrest. So get that headrest up above your ear, about up to here, just in case somebody whacks you in the back. It's going to pop you up and your head's going to hit it and act as a restraint rather than a fulcrum, which is really, really bad for your neck, obviously. The last thing is just a reminder, is that all of us have personal injury protection or healthcare protection built into our auto insurance policies. So if you look on your auto policy, I'll say PIP protection, and what that is if you're in an accident, and if it's your fault or not, you have up to $20,000 worth of coverage to cover your health care, whether it's in our office or if it's at the hospital, physical therapy, whatever it is, ambulance, emergency room. That is built into your insurance, and you can access it. In fact, the state law requires you access it if you're injured in an accident. So if you've got a normal insurance like, say, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you're in an accident, state law requires that that provider bill the auto insurance company for your health care coverage until you're better, and then you can go back to Blue Cross Blue Shield once you reach what's called pre-accident status. Now, one, most people don't know they have that kind of coverage, and two, the slim margin of people who do know that don't know that you can access that coverage whether you're at fault or not. So for example, if I'm driving down the road and someone T-bones me, that happened actually last winter, I can access healthcare coverage. Someone rear-ends me, I can access healthcare coverage. If I'm driving, and I have a few of these people every year, they're driving 60, 65 miles an hour, and boom, they hit a deer. Well, people think, well, gosh, that doesn't seem like it would cause a lot of injuries, but you decelerate so fast, it's such an impact that it certainly can. I actually had a patient last year, actually 2 years ago, in the middle of the night, hit a cow at about 65 miles an hour, and it tore up the disc in her lower back. That is payable by your health care insurance. Now, if you go in the ditch and you're hurt, or I had someone just the other week say, oh gosh, I wish I would have known a year ago she hit a telephone or a light pole. She was swerving, it was slippery out, hit a light pole going about 50 miles an hour and had some injuries, and didn't seek out health care, didn't come to our office because she didn't think she had any coverage. So whether you're at fault or not, you have coverage through your auto insurance. Now, please don't fall into the trap of saying, oh, it was only a minor injury or a minor accident. I see that all the time. Well, I was only going 30 miles an hour. I'm a little bit sore. The research is clear. Anything over 4 miles an hour, you have a chance of actually tearing the ligaments and the discs in your lower back and neck, and you can actually injure your shoulders and hips. Anything over 4. Anything over 10 is considered a high-speed crash, according to the National Highway Institute. So if you're in a crash going 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, that's pretty significant. And if you're sore at all, get into our office right away. I've seen way too many times over the years people coming in with chronic headaches, low back pain, shoulder pain, that sort of thing, that has stemmed from auto accidents 6 months, a year, 5 or 10 years before, never gotten corrected, and then finally it got so bad they came into the office. If we can get it corrected right away, that's the best course of care, because the longer it's there, the tougher it's going to be to fix. So one, remember, get away from that steering wheel as much as you can, the airbags. 2, get this headrest up. And 3, if you're in any sort of crash, whether it's your fault or not, whether it's significant, meaning damage to your car, significant otherwise, or rather minor, get into the office right away and let us get you checked out and get you back on the path to healing and health right away. If you got any questions, please give us a call. Thank you.